the dignitaries and of course friends coming from Korea. Okay, I'm supposed to speak on something which is different. Maybe I'm one of the devil over here who is working in AI for last over 2+ decades. Now it is genAI. Before I start, I would love to show you few things. I had a long presentation, but I actually cut it short just because of you guys. How many of you have heard about genAI? Let me understand my audience. Okay, 1, 2, 3, great. How many of you are working really in genAI? Okay, how many of you are from animation? Few. Journalism? Super. Photography? Great. Coding? Few. Cool. Allow me to show this. This is probably Bengal's first genAI based human created short movie. I'll show you a small trailer. Just watch it, then probably I will continue my speech. Is it okay? Yeah? Super. Can we?
Yes.
We don't have sound?
Move to stop, Ashwatthama. This will protect you from demons. Never lose this.
I am Drunad. It's time your gemstone and my dagger should meet.
What dream you had. Anyway, forget dreams. Today you have to be in Surrey.
Okay, but I don't know how to wear it. I will learn from internet. Relax.
Just keep it over here. Yeah. Pause it. I can continue. I'm not continuing this thing. You feel that these things are real?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir? Okay.
Created.
Created or they exist?
Looks like
Looks like they are created. Yeah, super. It is all done with prompt engineering, including music, dialogue, composition, characters, movements, right? Expressions. As a human, I'm sure that we have expression showing of affection, love, care, right? Now, when you mix human intelligence with machine language, the best language that can connect is Sanskrit. How many of you know that? Super cool. So this is basically written and created with our own engine. It is not a marketable engine. So when you generate such kind of characters and then you have an option to tell a story, this is basically connecting the dot. In today's time, if you have journalists, sir, I'll request not to turn on the light for a few minutes. Yeah, for a few minutes, please. For a few minutes. Yeah. Yeah. So what happens when you have little bit of idea, when you create a news? How many of you know that nowadays news is 2 seconds duration? X. Are you using X? You watch X? I'll take you a few years back when I used to be in my college days. That time we used to be dependent on TV. Duration approximate 18 hours. We sync that with social media. Duration became max an hour. Then we had micro blogs, Twitter. Eventually somebody said we're gonna sync that time and squeeze it a little. Now the duration of human eyes in any particular smartphone device is 30 seconds. You like it, you watch it, or you swipe it off. You do that? Yes, sirs? Yes? No? So is it that you don't have time or you can't manage your time? Let's ask this question. You can't manage your time. Super. You feel that your audience can manage their time? Answer is no. So in new age of storytelling or journalism, if you are dependent on machine, to be very, very honest, nowadays it is very difficult to differentiate between a deep fake and real news. Yes, no, agree? Yes. So if I clone your voice, what is going to happen? Multiple different cybercrime, right? Now if you take somebody's picture and then generate these kind of videos in a very bad way, it can become a viral news. Yes, no? So we work on these kind of segments. Now if you look at the new level of journalism, it is very easy nowadays to use AI and then write a news. Agree? Okay, how many of you use ChatGPT? Yeah, you guys are 2 years behind. Nowadays ChatGPT don't give real result. Okay? So kindly I'll request you guys to stop using ChatGPT, rather use different tools. I can give you those names maybe end of my session. Right? Now humankind, as a coder, as a designer, you feel that animators' jobs will be gone, coders' job will be gone? In a way, yes. 2D animation, to be very honest, you will need 2D animators. You have tools nowadays. You do the prompt engineering. Why? To generate a 30 seconds video, earlier times, used to take approximate a day. Design, and then rig it, animate, render. Nowadays, 25 seconds max. So who is the gainer? You. If you can use prompt properly, you can become one of the finest animator. The expression that you saw, the lady was probably putting the hands in their hair. It is used prompt engineering to do that. So you need to learn and understand how you can use it properly, rather than saying that, yaar ye log to devil hai yaar, ye hamara job kha raha hai. This is opposite. Nowadays government is actually using it. So there is a word called ethical AI. You understand ethical AI? What to show, what not to show. What should be the news, what shouldn't be the news. What should go and what shouldn't go. So it depends on the human brain. Until unless you are a great prompt engineer, they're going to be a very different kind of result. How many of you understand that? Very few? Super. Let's take a test case. Am I allowed for 1 second? Yeah, super. And I'll request you to search for Dharma Yuddha. There is another video. You can search and I can continue. A young couple got a call from one of the guy. He said that they have the daughter of them. And he asked for a ransom amount, approximate a good number of crores. The couple got a shock. And they said that, okay, prove me that you got my daughter. On the telephone itself, daughter was shouting, Papa, please save me, save my life. And it was so convincing that the guy had to pay that amount. Out of curiosity, he gave a call to the school. The school's principal said, Sir, what are you saying? Your daughter is in the class, let me cross-check it again. They cross-checked, found that the daughter is in the class. She never got kidnapped. But the guy paid already a couple of crores to these guys. Scam happened. How it happened? Who did this feeding? Without even knowing, if you are sharing your data, which is not to be done in social media, example, your child's voice, your videos, why are you sharing this? So that a scammer can take it, replicate the voice, and then do these kind of scam. It's called deep fake scam. So it's on us what to share, what not to share. I'm not a journalist, but to be very honest, if you look at ethical journalism, somebody put up a news which was not there actually. WhatsApp University. आप लोग follow करते हो? Thank you. So if you look at that, there are multiple different kind of so-called buzzword which usually happens in the world, right? So you can rewrite the history, you can rewrite the creative aspect if you have little bit of brain. So what are the kind of tools that you can use? There are Chinese AI engine, there are US based AI engine which you can probably use for generating characters. How many of you use Midjourney? Use AISEC, AISECK. Okay. How many of you use HalUI? Hugging Face. Hugging Face? No?
The smooch one is very popular nowadays.
Yeah. So these kind of tools are available in Hugging Face. You can use it. If I'm here, I should give you some kind of value, right? If you're composing any kind of music, I'm sure that you're using many of these kind of tools, right? In Hugging Face, you can get those API, integrate in your system itself, and then build on your own. You don't have to be dependent on any third-party software. How many of you use Clean AI? No one? Oh my God. क्या कर रहे हो यार? Only one guy. Super. Yeah. But then, in my opinion, Clean is best. Depends. Yeah, depends. Yeah. So I'll show you maybe. Oh my God. कहाँ चले गए यार? मेरे चैनल में ही वीडियो में जाओ. वर्चुअल इन्फोकॉम. बैक जाओ आप. ये थोड़ा ह्यूमन टच में एरर होता है या ये एरर नहीं करता है.
Place the gems in such a way.
आप नीचे देखो वर्चुअल इन्फोकॉम चैनल जो है वो देखो चैनल. हाँ थोड़ा नीचे आओ आप. वीडियोस में जाओ. वीडियोस नीचे जाओ आप. नीचे जाओ. ये वाला देखो धर्मयुद्ध लिखा हुआ है. सी देयर इज अ लेडी धर्मयुद्ध. या जस्ट क्लिक ऑन दिस. आई शो यू न्यू महाभारत. या यू कैन रन नो प्रॉब्लम. Oh yeah, okay. You want to hear? Long back, because of Yuga, we forgot our own culture. Long back, probably in Dwapar Yuga, we used to use AI. Have you ever heard about a character called Barbaric?
Yes, sir.
Super. What was it? If you go very deep, probably you will understand it was not a human being. Have you heard about Sanjay? What is it? Satellite communication.
Correct.
If you have heard about 101 sons and daughter of whom? Very good. Test tube babies. Yeah? So if you want to connect those dots, we are rebuilding this with science fiction. How it looked like in those times. That's Bhima. Why you have to create Bhim with big belly? He was never like that. That's Kripacharya, Yudhishthir. Gandhari.
Missiles and
So if we go very deep with those language, probably that's Karn. Probably will understand Arjun. How these things used to be. Can you please stop? It's a long division. You can turn on the lights now.
laser based.
So I will probably give you a thought to all the students. If you want to tell the story, first understand, let's go back to our history. There are multiple different stories which you can pick up, rebuild, rewrite, re-visualize to the world. That's the way to go. And if you want to go for news, try to understand what is real, what is not real. To understand deepfake, there are 3 tools which you can use. If you pay me, I'm going to tell you that. Otherwise, I'm not going to give you that information. That's called human touch. And in our culture, because I'm running out of time, I have a lot to share. We have something that we always use. We do namaskar, right? You know the meaning? Tell me. The real meaning, Nama, Te Nama. Your brain, my brain, comes together to do a greater goodness. So if you are from this country, Bharat, with this kind of culture, there is no way that you can escape that. Each day we do that, but we forget that we need to connect another human brain to do greater goodness. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your valuable insight, sir. Next, we have a special book release on empowering a billion lives by Mr. Ravi Ipaturi, and I would request our dignitaries to please do the honors. It's a book empowering a billion lives. Known for his clarity of thought and ability to simplify complex topics, Mr. Ravi's thought leadership is reflected in this book, Empowering a Billion Lives, Digital India's Trials with Technology for Economic Growth, Social Inclusion and Enhanced Quality Life, where he breaks down the intricate digital transformation concept into relatable insights. A big round of applause for a brilliant author here.
थोड़ा नजदीक आ जाए, थोड़ा सा नजदीक, नहीं क्लोज। चल। Please show book to the camera. I'll give you a book here. Ajit. सीधा कर। Done. Thank you.
I request Mr. Ravi to please share
Few words.
his thoughts and few words.
Hello everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you. Can you just give a big round of applause for all of us out here? Thanks for getting that energy back in here. And I think don't we all owe this to this one wonderful gentleman out here? Can we all stretch our legs, stand up and give a standing ovation for Mr. Marwa for a beautiful conference that he's got together out here, getting all of us out here to share our thoughts, to learn and grow together. Thank you very much. And I request all of you to just settle down. Thank you, Lubna, for the lovely introduction. Now I'm just going to take a few minutes. I want to tell you a little story. A story, this is my story, right? What motivated me to write this book. Because what I really heard from all of you out here are you are the ambassadors who are going to go out and amplify, right, the message. So I've written a message about digital India. What I've written about is the stories, what has got us here. Today, none of us need to go ahead and prove something simple as who am I? Do you need to answer that anywhere? You don't need to do that, right? You got an Aadhaar, very simple. How many of you make payments through your mobile phones? Everybody? Oh, thank you. How many of you have noticed something very interesting? I noticed this on the way. I came in last night from Mumbai, and this is a message for all of you folks. The message is, when I was coming in with my wife, so first I should also say some two important things. My inspiration is my wife out there who's helped me write this book. That's Usha right there. And if it is not for this session, I want to say something very important. This is also for my father. Today is his birthday. He's not here. He's right up in heaven. So this is for you, Dad. And I want to share something very important with all of you, and I want you to observe some basic things. And you know what I observed? When we were walking in to kind of get into the airport, there were two sets of people. There are people who are using Digi Yatra. How many of you heard of Digi Yatra?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And how many times have you seen that when you walk through, contactless, you're through, right?
Yes, sir.
But do you see a big line out there for people who are standing out there? What's missing? Awareness? Yes? So are you going to empower 1 billion lives from now on? That's the message I want you guys to take. There is so much so good that's happening out there, right? Something very important. So much of youth out here. 65% of our population is below 35, right? Guys, my statistics, I hope I got that right. But very important, if you start seeing, there was a saying which I think was said, Jai Jawan. I think Jai Jawan is today. It's you guys. Jawan is the youth that we are talking about. Very, very important because you folks are going to make a change. I want to share some very interesting statistics, right, with you. How many of you knew that, how many of your dadis have become an entrepreneur? Heard of this?
Yes, sir.
Who's making pickles is an entrepreneur today?
Yeah.
Right? So is age a reason for you to become an entrepreneur? Anybody can be an entrepreneur today?
Correct.
Wonderful. So has everybody got an opportunity? And all you people are going to get married someday, right? I don't know many of you are, but some of you are going to get married. I think there's a very interesting observation that I've seen. There are total number of 69 startups in India. How many? You know what are they doing? Wedding entrepreneurs. Are people going to get married in different ways? So what are these people going to do? So people are starting to talk about not only getting people married, there are enough and more things which is happening also from people who are talking about space. I was very shocked, but there are close to 128 startups. People like you and me with feet on ground are thinking about beyond the stars, right? And there is enough which is happening out there. On a last count, we had close to some 150,000 odd startups. Our country was lagging behind in number of patents that are there. Do you know how many patents have these startups signed up? How many patents are out there? 4,882 startups. Have you got stories to write?
Wonderful.
You got stories to write? By the way, you are talking about stories, right? This is what you guys want? I want to share something very interesting with all of you. I've covered a lot of things in terms of what you should be doing, what is available for you. If you want to file a patent, 50% would be paid by the government out there. There are many other schemes which are available. You can read a little things about that. What I want to tell all of you is very, very important. There is no corner of India. We heard about 565 princely states, correct? There are 540 districts. Practically every district there is a startup. Mizoram, how many startups? About 170 startups. Ladakh, 18 startups. Why am I giving you these numbers? Because there is no corner of the country where people are doing something interesting. And it is not in areas of finance, this is not in areas of entertainment, not in areas of something else. There are 196 areas, right from food to space to weddings to entertainment to media. There is action that's happening. So you choose an area and all of these are getting funded as well. So if you see, there is action. But I want to say a few important things from your standpoint. Did you know something? Why are we successful today as a country? Couple of things, couple of observations from your standpoint. You all have to write stories, right? How many of you cover stories in multiple languages? India is such a diverse country, correct? Did you realize that there is an audience who need to read in multiple different languages? And India, we have a beautiful company, a government company called CDAC, who are the pioneers of what we call as true type fonts. You know that? Without these fonts, can you write anything? And this is not today. Microsoft had come to India to get that fonts. That's how they've got that aspect of it. Next, very important aspect of it. Having fonts is good, but when you write, do you make spelling mistakes? All of us, I do. Do you need a spell checker? A spell checker in Marathi, Assami, Nepalese also supported. Interesting? 22 states, 22 languages is all covered. That's the power that we've got. It's all there. And if she has written something in Urdu, and Marwa sir says, "Meko Hindi mein chahiye," she's got a tool which can convert. Powerful? Powerful? Can you do this? Did you apply your mind to do this? It's all there. All I'm here to tell you is, folks, we're just getting started. Whether it is education, healthcare. 57% of women all over India who would think twice before going into a clinic have got talking to doctors all over India who are specialists. Why? Because we've got telemedicine coming up. Is this a story you want to tell people? And you don't have to be in front of a doctor, you can still get checked and still get the good part of it. We've got more than 200 million children studying. How did they study? You see these books? A book like this would have a simple QR code in here. You scan it, it will take you to digital content. Powerful? Transformative? 600 billion books getting printed every year where children are studying, and we have created the world's largest education startup. Right under our noses, how many of you are connected with this? Should we all know about this? Should we not amplify these messages to everybody else? There are